30 to go, and now they hold a favored position.
Not gonna have it. They go to it, go to the line.
Game here is to get up to full speed. KR makes his move first, and he'll be going faster when the gun goes off.
Go down below the line. 20. 17. 14. 13. 4, 3, 2, 1, gun.
Another clean start and another good job by Dellenbaugh.
Well, how there, folks? Another clean start. Another good job. Looking in the Portland Ship Channel, there's off to my, well, off and on the left as you're looking at the screen is Spring Point Lighthouse, and you can see the Eastern Promenade behind my head. It's, yeah, it's there was a freighter going in the Ship Channel just a few minutes ago, but hey, don't worry about it, Speed. We can we'll get you going. 2 p.m. I mean, it's like, I don't know, time. This is going to be a short one. Going to be a short one. Thank God. I mean, I could make it a long one. If you insist. Maybe we'll get back to it a little bit later. But I just want to... if it... the title of the stream is... it's like... Ben Shapiro puts on a drag show. And he knows it's a drag show. He just can't... He just wants to do it, you know. But he also knows it's got nothing to do with trans people. So let's just take a look inside this idiot's thing, in which, listen carefully. Just listen carefully to this nonsense this guy has going on here.
Well, folks, we here at Daily Web, we have a brand new movie. It's coming out on Friday night. You have to be a subscriber to see it. It is called Lady Ballers, and I'm joined in studio by my friend Jeremy Boring, who directed, starred in, and wrote this thing. So if it fails, it's all on him. Okay, so...
Okay, Jeremy Boring. I guess so. It's, you know, we gotta enjoy the boring. You know, we'll go with the boring stuff. The Boring Corporation. You know, it strikes me as funny that, isn't that what Melon Husk calls his little outfit? Boring? Or one of those guys. I don't know. I think Melon Husk calls it boring. But anyway, let's listen to what Ben has to say here. Ben.
So, let's go back to the inception of this idea. So you approached me and you said we should make a fictional film about this topic. Now, to be fair, I think I'd actually suggested to the Crane Boys that they do this as a doc.
Yes.
Let's do it as a doc. Let's do it as a documentary. The real trances of sport. What's the plot, Ben? How do you do it, Ben? How are we going to make this clever plot thicken, Ben?
I originally went to them and I said, you guys should like go try out for a bunch of ladies' leagues. And that became not possible because, as it turns out,
it became not possible because, Ben, what's the restriction on women's sport, Ben?
most ladies' leagues don't allow in actual men.
Actual birds.
And they weren't willing to go.
Whoa! Hold the phone! Ladies, gentlemen, kids of all ages, most sports leagues don't let actual men. women's sports leagues. There goes my documentary. But we can make it fiction. We can just make it fiction, can't we? After we've been telling everybody that all you gotta do is put on a dress and you sign up and in you go. Ben! How's it work, Ben? Hold on. We're gonna play this thing all the way through without my being such an asshole. Let's just finish this up, Ben.
In terms of what it would require in order to, the actual hormone treatments and everything to play in some of the ladies' leagues. But in any case, it turned into this. So explain.
Yeah.
Mr. Boring goes on and is boring. Says how humor left the American scene when Barack Obama was elected president. So as you can see, this is just complete nonsense from the Daily Wire. They know it's nonsense from the Daily Wire. They know the whole goddamn thing is nonsense. God damn it. It's commit to the bit, and you're not going to commit to the bit. I'm going to play this thing through. I'm going to keep my mouth shut so you can take this all in its profundity.
Well, folks, we here at Daily Web, we have a brand new movie. It's coming out on Friday night. You have to be a subscriber to see it. It is called Lady Ballers, and I'm joined in studio by my friend Jeremy Boring, who directed, starred in, and wrote this thing. So if it fails, it's all on him.
Okay, so let's go back to the inception of this idea. So you approached me and you said we should make a fictional film about this topic. Now, to be fair, I think I'd actually suggested to the Crane Boys that they do this as a doc.
Yes.
I originally went to them and I said, you guys should go try out for a bunch of ladies' leagues. And that became not possible because, as it turns out, most ladies' leagues don't allow in actual men. And they weren't willing to go the full distance in terms of what it would require in order to, the actual hormone treatments and everything to play in some of the ladies' leagues. But in any case, it turned into this. So explain.
Yeah.
It turned into a literal travesty, which is to say, it turned into a drag show. Fun for the Daily Wire hosts. They could play dress up. Something they accuse actual trans women and trans men of doing from day to day to day to day to day. I'm just going to point out a couple of things here. And I'm going to try to make this brief. I'm going to send you all over to Speed's Antlers and Atheism, or Answers in Atheism, or Speed of Sound, or Mike. We're going to send you over there shortly. I'm going to wrap this thing up, but I just want to show you some of the things that the bit involves. All right. So let's go to present. Share screen. Let's see. Is it that one? No, it's not that one. I'm looking for the NCAA thing. No, that's not it. Okay. Yeah, there we go. SSI transgender SA diadem SSI transgender. There we go. All right, this is the NCAA. Yeah. So I don't know if you can see all this stuff. This is what the NCAA requires for 2023, 2024 in order to participate if you're a trans woman. Like for acrobatics and tumbling, you need to have under 10 nanomoles per liter, and you need to have had that, by the way, a year in advance of your entering into a women's event. Under 10 nanomoles per liter. That's for acrobatics and tumbling. All of these are at least a year, sometimes more, sometimes two, depending on the sport. So that's what committing for the bid is. That's why they discovered they wanted to start this project in, like, I don't know, early in spring of this year and have it wrapped up and present this stuff as a documentary. These guys actually believed that it was as simple as that. Just showing up, saying, hey, I'm a girl. No, it ain't that. You want to commit to the bit? This is what you got to do. Not only that, but it's not, you're not just going to reduce your testosterone level to under 10 nanomoles or 5 nanomoles or 2 nanomoles per liter. You're going to be taking, so that your bones don't disappear, you're going to be taking estrogen. That's committing to the bit, buddy. What did you say?
Well, folks,
again,
we here at Daily Web, we have a
Ben?
brand new movie. It's coming out on Friday night. You have to be a subscriber to see it. It is called Lady Ballers, and I'm joined in studio by my friend Jeremy Boring, who directed, starred in, and wrote this thing. So if it fails, it's all on him.
Okay, so let's go back to the inception of this idea. So you approached me and you said we should make a fictional film about this topic. Now, to be fair, I think I'd actually suggested to the Crane Boys that they do this as a doc.
Yes.
I originally went to them and I said, you guys should go try out for a bunch of ladies' leagues. And that became not possible because, as it turns out, most ladies' leagues don't allow in actual men.
Actual brutes.
And they weren't willing to go the full distance in terms of what it would require in order to, the actual hormone treatments and everything to play in some of the
I've said it before, I've said it again. Nobody transitions to win a pickle dish. Not even Ben Shapiro. All right, you see the NCAA. That's the requirements in a number of leagues. It's a whole bunch of horse shit. It's like, and okay, you want the actual factuals? We'll give you the actual factuals here. This is me. Okay, I'm not sharing anything I haven't shared with U.S. sailing, with world athletics, with world sailing. I'm sorry. These are my T levels. We'll look from 2020 to 2023. You're required to submit them if you're a pro athlete and you want to compete in the women's division. And you have to maintain them year after year after year. I have this data going back 20 years, 21 years, 22 years. Blood work in the United States is done in nanograms per deciliter of blood. There's a conversion to nanomoles per liter. 2 nanomoles per liter is like over here. You see, that's 55 nanograms per deciliter. That's a pretty high reading, but it's not outside the quote unquote normal female range. This is the normal male range for testosterone, 819. So your trans woman who's competing in sport is not a man hormonally, and and not physically. I don't want to get into a whole thing as to exactly what testosterone does to the body. You can Google that. You can look that shit up. I've covered it in several videos. Others have as well. It's so boring. It's so dull, and these people are so freaking dull. It's like, am I triggered by it? No. If they want to put on a travesty and dance around and play around as guys in beards going out to play make-believe sport, good. But fucking tell everybody that's what you're doing. It's not a fucking documentary, nor is it triggering. It's just you being stupid. It's just you being stupid. So as you can see, my T levels are like 16. Well, nanograms per deciliter. Decimal 6-ish nanomoles per liter. That's not outside the female range, and the female range runs from about decimal 6 to decimal 5, decimal 6, depending on age, to decimal 2, 5, sometimes more. I think the two Southern African Namibian runners tested over 5. They definitely did test over 5 at the Olympics, which is why they couldn't compete. They were cis women. The variations in serum testosterone is pretty wide. And there are cis male athletes who dip down below 5 nanomoles per liter as well. There's some question as to whether testosterone levels are really altogether that determinative. They're certainly not determinative in terms of gender expression, etc., and so forth. Yeah, Tsunami, you absolutely. Not only that, you get, lots of cis women are just naturally produce higher levels of testosterone. Anywho, like I said, I wanted this to be short and sweet. Let me see if I can find Speed's link. Is Speed going? Yeah, I think. Crystal, is that the link to Mike's thing? Because I'm gonna wrap this up and call it good. I might be around later. Might pop in and do some more of this shit. But Benny, go sell that underwater real estate. Go tangle with H Bomber guy. Who, by the way, if you haven't seen the H Bomber guy talking a 4-hour expose of plagiarism in YouTube, it's worth a watch. Definitely worth a watch. Okay, well, I think I'll just go ahead and give this a wrap and play this lovely call that good. And see you all. Let's see. I'll go. Bye. See you later. Thanks for coming. Oh, and by the way, if you wouldn't mind, I'm still trying to raise some funds to get my freaking automobile going again. So please share, subscribe, all the things. I need to get things rolling here and pass all this stuff along. Thanks for coming. Talk to you later. Bye. Bye.